What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Door Kickers 2 Task Force North, where we've been applying realistic and authentic military tactics and using real CQB doctrine to take on these challenges in this top-down tactical planning game. Door Kickers 2 is a phenomenal game that I have featured on my channel here for quite a long time, and if you don't yet own it, you should. And if you'd like to support the channel and the developers in so doing, you can purchase the game from my game store over at nexus.gg/controlledpairsgaming. And there was actually some recent news coming out of the Door Kickers 2 community. I took a look over at the Discord and I cross-referenced the information that I saw there with some posts that were made on Reddit. And the history of the story begins in late December. See, it's been something like 4 months since we've got a big Door Kickers update. The last one was an important update, certainly, but it wasn't the full major update that we were expecting to see by the end of 2022. And remember, Door Kickers is an early access game as of now, certainly in its kind of beta stages, and we're waiting for that full release. We've already got a ton of great content, but there's some key features that are still missing and some that have been rumored about for some time. So a Reddit user posts asking that simple question. It's been 4 months. Do you think Kill House Games has something big planned? And sure enough, in the comments of that Reddit post, our boy Dan, who is one of the lead devs and the creative director on Door Kickers, comes in and says, yes, we have something big planned. And sure enough, only days later on New Year's Eve, a post gets dropped by another developer in the Discord server confirming that the Kill House Games crew is working on a campaign mode for Door Kickers. This might not sound like huge news, but it is. A campaign mode is something that has been widely requested but not yet confirmed until now by the developers. And the screenshot that was provided basically shows you kind of a map structure. It still has a lot of placeholder text and stuff like that, but it does show you a tour of duty, which consists of something like 7 different campaigns at the top of the screen. And that same developer also hinted that there may be some sort of mission generator component to these campaigns, meaning that there could be some sort of permadeath feature, some sort of, story-driven monologue kind of thing that is tying these missions together. So you have to play them out in sequence with consequences spanning the course of that campaign. And of course, if they manage to integrate a mission generator into that system, it has infinite replayability, and that's going to be an extremely exciting update. So I can't wait to see what is to come for Door Kickers. It is certainly going to be and remain one of the cornerstones of my channel. And with that said, let's get started planning today's mission. Today we are taking a look at a mission that I have not played before, surprisingly, because it is one of the core missions. It's called Unfair Odds, and it is a hostage rescue mission. If you take a look at the briefing over there on the left side, we're conducting a hostage rescue mission for one of our interpreters' families tonight, which is, I think, I read this briefing before I started talking, and this is a great description because, over the course of the global war on terror, certainly in any conflict, oftentimes you have local nationals and civilians that are supporting one cause or another. And anytime you've got that dynamic where you've got civilians supporting combat operations in any capacity, those people are at risk. And if their adversaries are unable to access them directly, oftentimes that means their families are going to be put at risk. So seeing an interpreter's family put at risk by this jihadist organization in the scenario in the game is definitely something that could happen and, has happened in real life. Our mission here is to save all the hostages in this structure before they are executed on live TV. Now, I reference live TV because you see this camera right over here gives us this little slice. We see 2 hostages here sitting on that bed. This is an in extremis assault. What that means is we don't have the luxury of planning. We are in crisis response mode. We are conducting a hostage rescue under emergency conditions to preserve life, which means the situation doesn't necessarily favor us in any particular way. This means we are in a time-constrained environment, extremely high stakes, potentially at a numerical disadvantage, and the odds are not in our favor. We have too few troops deployed to successfully conduct this assault. It's going to make for a tough rescue, is what the briefing says, but we can't afford to wait any longer for anyone else to show up. So we're going in with the guys that we've got. We know that there's 2 hostages. We already looked at them. We solved them. There's a third one somewhere in this structure. So the first thing I'm thinking as I look to, start doing some analysis of this terrain is where is that other hostage and where can I prioritize clearance? So what I'll say is, there's only a very tiny population of human beings on planet Earth that are certified to conduct hostage rescue. I'm not one of those people. But in a hostage rescue sort of situation like this, the lives of the people that you are going to save are more valuable than yours. And for that reason, the people going to conduct these operations enter the structure under that assumption, and they're going to be using methods of clearance that are extremely fast, extremely violent, and extremely dangerous. They don't have the luxury of hanging out in a threshold and deliberately pieing each one of these things and really carefully moving through the structure. No, because if they are compromised while moving that slowly, the hostage dies. This means that they are moving rapidly, violently, processing information as quickly as they possibly can, making split-second decisions, engaging targets, moving to, securing the hostage, and getting out. And that's exactly what we're going to try to replicate today if we can have any luck doing it. So we've got 2 hostages over here. And I'm thinking, like, where's this 3rd hostage? The first thing that comes to mind is, like, he's in here as well. He's sitting over here somewhere. But we don't know that. But we do know that there's very likely another bad guy in this room. You don't leave hostages on live TV, you know, with an unattended camera, because that allows the hostages to address a live audience and report information to that live audience. So I have to assume that there's other bad guys in here. I have a closed door here. I've got a bathroom right here. My immediate second thought when looking for another hostage is a hostage isn't going to have a room that has access to a window. So that makes me like rule out this one, rule out this one, rule out this one, and rule out this one. This leaves only this room here, which is a bathroom. But that doesn't make sense either, because there's only one other bathroom in the structure, and that's over here. And you don't want all these, you know, if you're a bad guy, you don't have to walk through your prisoner's area to get to the freaking bathroom. So that doesn't really make sense either. So like my logic is challenged. Some of the other options is that the other hostage is just being maintained in like the central living area under guard, or he is, you know, potentially in one of these other rooms also under guard with just someone attending to him directly. So the bottom line is, I don't know. But with that in mind, I think what I do have to do is prioritize the 2 hostages I know about and get there as fast as possible. That means I'm going to perform a rapid entry into here, clear the space out, get here as fast as I can, get these guys safe. Once I have them safe and secure, I can transition into a clearance of the rest of the structure. The rest of that structure has to be cleared fast. As far as the enemy we do know about right now, we've got one executioner out here who's got a 47S, and then we have a grunt insurgent also with a 47S over here. The way that the executioners work in this game is that when they are triggered, they will move directly to a hostage and kill them. So I'm going to prioritize this guy immediately to engage him. I do have one sniper in support. That's what this red beam signifies over here. I can drag it and drop that on a target to prioritize it being engaged first. My suspicion is that I will do that with that executioner right there first. So that's where we're at right now. Who are we bringing to the fight today? I've got Drummer, Philly, Minnow, and JR Fredrickson. This was supposed to be done with the SWAT faction here, but I have chosen to go with our Rangers just because they're like my most experienced group, and they've got the best weapons, and this is a suicide mission. Drummer here is coming with a spy camera. We'll stick that under the door right away to try to get a little bit of SA before we go loud. He's also got frags and bangs. Everyone's running Mark 18s with a can, and let's put an EO tech on these guys. I think everyone else already has an EO tech on it. He's got a Glock 19 customized on here with a RMR and an extended mag and backup irons and all that sort of stuff, and a comp. This is a leftover, like a fragment from a mod I used to have installed. I haven't unequipped this Glock 19 custom off of Drummer yet because he's Drummer, so he gets the Gucci Glock. None of the other guys have it, though. He's got a next-gen helmet. We're running level 4 plates, front, back, and sides. And then over here on Philly, similar loadout. He has a Glock 22 instead of the Gucci Glock, and he's got a breaching shotgun. So now we've got the spy camera, the breaching shotgun for ballistic breach, and then Minnow has a dynamic hammer. Other than that, he's looking pretty similar across the board. So now we've got a ballistic breach, and we've got a mechanical breach, and then we have an explosive breach right here. Other than that, same loadout across the board. So let's get to planning. Everyone's triggered silent right now. I'm going to go ahead and have my sniper look right there. And then I'm going to, in this first move, and guys, I have not played door kickers in a little bit. Odds of me screwing up are high. We're going to move up, stick a spy camera on this door. While we do that, we are going to maintain security on that door with that man. Choke the rest of the stack up like so. Waiting for that sniper to dial in there, waiting for that camera to come out. There's the camera. As soon as I know there's a bad guy there, that means I'm going to go explosive on this door to get a charge in that man's face. So let's do that. Right now, we're also making noise in front of this door, so you got to be silent in front of the breach. I'm certainly keeping that in mind. And we are on a timer, so I don't know what that timer is. Could be 15 seconds, could be 30 seconds, could be a minute. I do not know. The goal is to do this all on our first attempt, and then to go back and to watch a silky smooth, flawless replay once it's all said and done. We'll see if I'm able to affect that or not. All right, I'm going to bring our explosive breacher up here. Once he gets up there, I'm going to still maintain security like so. Everyone is still quiet. Bad guy is still in position. We are going to rapidly get a charge on this door. Keep security kind of choked up like so. Everyone else is going to back off just a tad. Face this direction. Get back in the stack. Charge is going on the door. Charge is on the door. We're going to restack. I'm going to have Drummer as my number 1 man. He's going to be kind of catty-cornered to the door like this. This is going to be a bang. The bang is going to end up going deep center of this room. If I can manage to get it there, we are going to keep that bang on a go code. All right, stack is set. Sniper is ready to go. We've got eyes on 1 executioner here, 1 executioner in front of the door. I'm going to work this bang now if I can. All right, unpausing. I'm going to start the bang, detonate the charge right as the bang goes out, and then enter and clear this first room, keeping in mind that we've got a barricaded space back here. That's potentially our biggest threat as we enter. The next threat is going to be this open space here. Bang's coming out. Breach is open. Another executioner here. There's our other hostage. That's where we got to go. We're going to prioritize engagement of this guy. So now we know those guys are down. We know where the next hostage is, so that is absolutely our priority. I'm leading with 1 man here. He's going to move to protect this hostage. 2 man's coming in right behind him to here. He's going to be plating this direction. Actually, we'll have him pulling long. Yeah, because I'm really concerned about that freaking space there. 3 man is coming in. See, my concern is this freaking... My concern is this is clearly a covered area. If there's anyone barricaded, they've got cover. We're going to get torn up from the side. This is an equal threat, but this door is open. I know there's a hostage here. So if there's any other executioners in this room, we've got to go right now. And then, of course, I've got to get over here before these guys get murked by, an executioner who's potentially also in the room. I'm also going to kill that sniper right here after we unpause. And then I'm going to have him pulling right there. All right, this is tough. So we're ended up basically doing a single man clear into that room, which is, borderline suicidal, but I need 1 outside pulling security. And then we're doing a 2-man clear long over here, and this area is a threat space. This area is a threat space, and clearly I've got some problems over there. So let's go ahead and trigger this sniper support, see how the rest of this assault goes. Sniper's down, bangs off. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. All right, there's no way we live through that. Oh, God. Oh, man. What do you even do? I'm going to have to sprint with him. I'm going to have to... we're just going to have to go. This is a massive fatal funnel. We've got a dude blind firing here. I'm going to stop and get at least 1 frag into this dead space, see if I can get anyone to live through it. Migrate my sniper over to right here. Yeah. So you would never, I'm committing a cardinal sin right now. And the cardinal sin is this. Dynamic entry, you don't bail out of the fatal funnel. You commit to it. Period. End of story. But we have the luxury of pausing time in this game, and so I can immediately see this problem. And so I am bailing out of the fatal funnel, and I'm going to prep it with a frag and then recommit. That is not something that is possible when you have, 4 humans that are tight in a stack and flowing through a doorway like this, extremely violently. Here, we're going to give it a shot. We'll see how it goes. I'm pretty sure my dude Drummer is toast right now. I did tell him to run. I don't know how that is going to go for our homie. And then everyone else, good luck, bud. Good luck. I'm going to kill that path. I don't think we make this. We'll try. I don't think it's going to happen, though. Yep. So we have one fatality in the breach. Sniper still migrating over. We're still in the fight in the breach there, waiting on that bang to go off. Sniper missed that opportunity there. He didn't quite have a good angle. We're still in the fight. Took one more fatality in the fatal funnel, waiting for that frag. Frag goes off, and now we don't have any other chance but to go. We're still prioritizing this one first. And doing the... we're going to screen his left flank as we move down, and then Philly's rolling straight into this room. Philly, this is your freaking moment, dude. We are going to give him a 2 just because we know he's going to need it. I'm going to have him move laterally to try to create a tougher shot. Philly's got it. All right, this hostage is secure. We're going to leave. I mean, I'm tempted to freaking leave someone with this hostage. I think I'm going to. I can't believe we lived as long as we did. We do still have some dead space behind this counter. But now our priority is getting to these next set of hostages. So now I've got JR right here pulling security on these 2 doors. I know where my hostages are. That becomes the priority. I'm going to pan this to clear the rest of this dead space. This is going to be a hasty one. That dead space is clear. Transition to pulling long. Move up wide this way. Now here's a challenge. I've got to get into this room with a closed door behind me. Not something that's desirable, obviously. What kind of breaching tools does this dude have? And he has a ballistic shotgun, or a breaching shotgun, excuse me. So I can at least get through relatively quickly, but still not ideal. What I'm going to do is come over here to this side of the door. We'll breach from right there. We're going to do that on the double. I'm still worried about this door coming up into my rear. All right. We have a blind fire in the room. We're going to prep it with a bang. And take it. We're going to go long. Pull in center. We're not clear yet. We've still got to freaking get this door. I'm also going to have him scoop up this hostage while we're at it. Now, what I do have here is, you know, despite me over here working on this hostage, I have a sniper that can see a little bit. I should have pulled down these drapes while I was up here in the hallway. I didn't think to do that, but if I had done that, we would have been able to see deeper. But I can at least see anyone that might be coming into the rear over here. We know how I feel about bathrooms. We're not going to talk about that right now because it's not going to be an issue right now. I want to get this open and make sure this space is clear before I go and start rescuing these hostages. She's safe. I'm going to pull security right here, and I'm going to tell her to run to the exit. There she goes. We have one out. That frees up this man to give me a 2 over here. All right, and while we've got a 2, I'm going to maintain security and police up both of these hostages. I'll maintain security on this door.
Thank you.
Hostage secured.
Thank you. I won't forget this.
Hostage secured.
Come out here and post up security here. Right now we're just trying to do everything we can to make sure that the exit is safe for these hostages. All right, now we're going to tell these guys to get the heck out. And we'll provide security for them right there. And then start klaxoning everybody else back towards the entry point.
Hostage secured. Hostage secured.
All right. We've got all the hostages secured. We will go ahead and there's at least 3. We'll go ahead and continue clearance here just to make sure that the level is completely clear of all threats. I'm going to be a little bit more careful with it. This time we'll kick this door from this angle. We'll have external coverage from right here. Slide down into cross coverage. And now, because we're in cross coverage, I can see most of this room from the outside. We're transitioning from that dynamic clearance that we were using earlier to a more deliberate clearance. And Philly's able to observe that threshold if it comes open. Path leads resistance here. My dude will take it. Looks good. This room is clear. He'll stack door handle side and work it from right there. They're basically just trading jobs. We'll kick that door. Piers clear. We'll pie it off. Take it. It is clear. And then we'll transition to these last two rooms. Hitting this one first. Looks good. Pan from center. One shooter. And there we go, boys. It was a first attempt success, which is kind of a miracle considering how it started. It took us 1 minute and 28 seconds. We saved all the hostages, killed all the bad guys, took 2 casualties as a result. All in all, considering how challenging that level was, it's not a outcome that I am too disappointed in. Let's go ahead and check out this replay because, I mean, guys, that was kind of freaking dope, if we're being honest. Let's check it out.
Hostage secured. Hostage secured.
Thank you.
Hostage secured.
Thank you.
You're safe now. Hostage secured. Hostage secured.
I hope that you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, I'd appreciate it if you supported the channel by simply subscribing to it. That's all it takes for more epic Door Kickers 2 content and other tactical shooters and combat simulations. I'm Controlled Pairs, and this has been Door Kickers 2. And I'll see you guys in the next one.